Well, hello, and welcome to part 2 of our Iroquois Confederacy campaign here in DarthMod Empire 8.1, of course on Empire Total War, where our objective is, of course, to conquer the Americas, or at the most, eliminate the European colonizing nations herein. And as we saw in part 1, we did manage to very quickly conquer the French Canadas here, Montreal and Quebec. And we are beginning to reinforce our garrison down at Fort Detroit there to send back any Louisiana attack, which will surely come, or at least hopefully we'll get there before they get to us. But in this part, we should hopefully be able to capture Acadia here, the east coast of Canada, as well as Newfoundland, which in our last turn we built up a trading boat here, and we should receive that next turn. So we'll go ahead and start the timer here, since I remember to do that this time. And I think I did everything in the previous part, and I think all we have to do is end the turn. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, let's just check over our diplomacy here. I don't think there's anything else I could do. Trade with the Ottomans? No, I'm not going to give you Algonquin from Moldavia. What type of thing is that even? No, not going to float the boat, I'm afraid. Pay you 800. See? Oh, well, look at that. We got trade with the Ottomans. That's a very nice occurrence, that is. Let's go and try Venice again. Trade. 3,500. Gee. That's, how about we just do 1,000 instead of that? No, they still want 3,500. And, I don't think we need to worry that much. Well, I don't know what. Why don't we just go for it? Let's, oh dear, I hit the wrong button. Let's go and pay them 3,500. How much harm is it going to do us, really? Portugal, let's try and trade with you. No? Oh, it worked. Oh, okay. I read that very wrong. There we go. We've got all our trade partners filled up, and we're getting a whopping 9,393 gold next turn. And we're only on our second turn at this point, so this is a pretty bloody good start we got going here. Allied to the 13 colonies, and weirdly the Mughal Empire. So without delay, let's hop into turn 3. Let's go. Any more ridiculous AI deals and negotiations? As I said in the Spanish campaign, the art of diplomacy is to be outright outrageous. Absolutely. What's happening here? A Louisiana boat? No, don't do this. What? That has never happened. Louisiana sending up a ship? Weird. This is usually France that sends the naval stuff. So I am now concerned. That has thrown our plans off a tad. Just get the tribesmen into the port. Yeah, drive them out, please, and build that up. We were getting a big chunk of money out of that, as well as we needed it for our little boat. Yes, we got all our things built up there. That's rather nice. Hopefully we can get everybody down here to Detroit in time, so that we don't get assaulted. Yeah, that threw us off quite a bit, didn't it? Let's go ahead and get some Lancers. More Lancers. And medicine men. So right now we'll just go for the warriors. They're only one turn, and we kind of need things to be built up pretty quickly here. We cannot recruit anything up here yet. Let's go ahead and build up that Council of Elders. Let's see. I don't think we need to do any more infrastructure. No? Okay. So let's try and build up these small things that we can find lying around. Oh, okay. And then we'll go ahead and do the towns now. Let's do Niagara. Horse breeder, gee, no. Okay. The Quebec one was cheaper there, the hunting grounds. And which one are we going to do here? Council of Elders, that improves us greatly on the wealth. Let's go for the Council of Elders there in Montreal. We really need to get the wealth up. And, of course, we're going to be delayed a turn in conquering Acadia. But this just gives us a little bit more time to reinforce this army by the looks of it, since it did take a bit of a beating there. Anything else we need to do? Doesn't seem that we can do any of these places. I think there was a little town. Isn't there a little town that we could do something in? I don't remember if I have enough money for it. No. Okay. We have just less than what we need. But we'll go ahead and end the turn and see what happens next. That was weird, that Louisiana fleet popping up. That's very unusual. I wonder if we're going to have any more odd occurrences in this. Let's take a sip here. Oh, very good. The Louisianan ship has sailed away. So hopefully they aren't going to harass us anymore. That was nasty. If the pirates come up, I'm just gonna scream. 'Cause that would just be weird. Oh, look at that. Oh, 11,744 next turn. I love the regional development. The Brand McBourne's AI mod. The regional development focus. Let's go ahead and get that Dow built up again. That was very unfortunate. Bloody frogs. Oh, what's this? Did I forget to move somebody? I guess I did. Not quite sure what happened there. As you can see, we're building up a lovely big force down here in Fort Detroit, which will march on Fort de Chartres, Upper Louisiana there. And of course, I wish we could recruit stuff up there. We're going to recruit a unit of Lancers here and send them up to Quebec to join that army. And then we will have, let's go for the medicine men here. Yeah, we can wait 2 turns, I think, to have those join down at Fort Detroit. That should be alright. And I think we're alright on infrastructure. Everything's built up now? Yeah, jolly good. Let's move on and build up some more of the little places. I like to try and get the little places done before going into the, like here, the communal farming. Before getting into the big town development stuff. There we go. Was there one more we can do? Yes. The fur trading post. Let's absolutely do that first before we get on to the building stuff. Alright, so pretty terrific start we got going here. Aconostota. Okay. We'll go ahead and end the turn again. And then once this army is repaired and our ship is built up there, we're going to go ahead, let's repair that unit there, and launch the naval invasion of Fort Nashwaak. Go ahead and end the turn off. See if we get any more wacky deals going on here. The AI, I don't know what possesses it in these games, but it thinks it can actually get away with these offers that they send us. It's just point blank ridiculous, honestly. I don't think any AI submod or any AI revitalization mod would be able to change the recklessness of the diplomatic corps. Okay, we'll have another sip. There we go. We do indeed have our recruitment. All of that. Yes, very good. And you see, I am using the regional development version of the Brand's AI mod, because as the natives, you don't ever seem to get a good economy. I don't know why that's the case, but it is. Wow, they really don't like us leaving. Let's go ahead and exempt them from tax. That didn't harm us, alright. Let us go. And we're going to hop on to the boat here. We're going to save it up here, the Let's Play file, and launch our naval invasion. It might seem like the weirdest thing, and it honestly is. Look at that, they've actually built up a bit of a force here. Mind you, it'll be nothing to really stop us. Let's go and raid their fishery. And then the trading port up here at St. John's. I'm surprised the French are actually building up their garrison forces. This is rather interesting. Well, at least it'll give us some fights. Let's go ahead and recruit some tribesmen as local defense. The Chief's Lodge, yeah, we'll go ahead and get that. Chief's Lodge there, and the Ancestral Grounds there. Keep moving down our units to Detroit. Our recruitment's still going on there. Very good. Yes, the unit of Lancers we're taking up to Quebec as the local defense. And we can indeed recruit some stuff here. Let's go ahead and get more warriors to send down to Fort Detroit. And then we're going to do this. Alright. Next turn we will have our attack going on Acadia. So let's go ahead and end off the turn. Froggy's hopping about a bit. Yep. I'm surprised they're building up this much. Well, it says it focuses on a more defensive AI. Compensate for the regional development aspects of things. The AI will be prone to less aggression, but they will be considerably far more defensive in their tactical deployments. Look at that, we've even got a little 13 colonies ship joining us up here. That's nice. And let's go ahead and, once this turn ends, withdraw our boat. There we go. I want to bring that boat back before anything happens to it. Let's bring it back up here. Boy, did they recruit more? Oh my lord. It's going to be a fun little fight we got there. So there we go. Build up our local defense. And of course, some of these tribesmen I'm going to bring over to garrison Fort Nashwaak once we take it there. Just bring these all up here. That will become our garrison force that will move in. Keep moving ourselves down here. We'll have to build up a pretty big army here because we'll probably need around a full stack to move on to Louisiana, because undoubtedly if the French are building up their garrison forces like this, they will certainly be too. How much cavalry do I have here? 2, 3, 4. Let's go for another lancer there. Another medicine man, I think. Another warrior. That seems alright. We're doing very well on the money still. Terrific. Anything else we can build up? The tribal drill grounds, we can do them in Quebec for sure. Niagara, the horse breeder. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. I think that's all we can build up. Yeah. But we're going to go ahead, lay siege to this. Turns to surrender 2. We're going to go ahead and siege them and let them come out to us. See, that local fishery is still producing money for them. We'll go ahead and raid it. That'll knock off a bit of their income. We can't actually safely get home, so we'll just keep that ship there in Louisburg. And let's go ahead and end the turn. Hold on. Okay, I don't know why I had a bit of a brain fart. Okay. The French didn't sally forth there to engage our besieging forces in Acadia. That'd give us a chance to deplete their garrison, as it is far easier to take on a depleted foe in Empire Total War, especially as the native tribes. Mind you, of course, we have, in a sense, superior melee armies. When the Westerners have their guns, it is still a bit of a problem, as they can shoot you and deplete us before we get to them, so. Fun little drums. Got our fur trading post. Terrific. Some more gathering of warriors. Great, so we've got our little garrison force here that will move in to secure Fort Nashwaak after we control it. And we can finally move these things down again. Move on in. And how should we do this here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is... Okay. Another Lancer. Lancers are pretty great cavalry, especially as the natives. They're surprisingly very effective. Far more effective than I thought they would be when I first started using them. Very good shock cavalry. They really gain when you toss them in, and they keep that momentum, and you pull them back out, and then toss them in again. They knock the enemy. They literally fall over. And can we now retreat? Yep. Looks like 13 colonies are still blockading that port over there. That's great. Finally bring our boat home. And what we're going to do with these is bring this force, give them a general, chief, whatever. Forward. Pop them on. Yes. Tally-ho. And bring them up behind here. Not only will these be our garrison relief forces to take over the town once we win it, they can also help in the fight. Ah, we couldn't even get in there. Oh well, I think that ship's gonna get destroyed. War leader. Actually, to be on the safe side, I should probably recruit another one just in case. Your orders? But we've got our reinforcements here. Siege underway. They are most likely going to sally forth to attack us when we do the end turn here. I'm pretty sure we've got everything. Yep. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Here comes Froggy. Alright. Apparently our army is not close enough to actually reinforce us, but that's alright. It seems like he's got a pretty big force of native bowmen here. Yeah, garrison regulars and some garrison militia. So this should be pretty interesting. Alright. We have Ogama, I think. I don't know how you pronounce that. And the French are commanded by Rodolphe Bruyere. Let's go to the field. Welcome to the war. And it appears we got a bit of a snowy field today. Yes, there are warriors keen for the killing, no doubt. I'm just thankful the enemy does not have mortars. So thankfully we have that on our side. I'm gonna keep our cavalry together for this one, I believe. Let's put this chief behind those ones. Bring our bowmen up in front here. This time we're definitely going to need to try surrounding the enemy. Let's use the tribesmen together on the left. And the warriors. Warriors are going to take up position on their right. Let's go ahead and bring it in. Yeah. Oh dear. Go ahead and move forward. Obviously we cannot see their bowmen. As they're like us, they're stealthy and can conceal their movement on the field. I have a really nasty mouse, I'm afraid. Let's try something like that to begin with. We're definitely going to need to use our cavalry to get round the rear. Even though our cavalry is all chief's bodyguards, but they got 120 men each in those 2 units. Oh, his general's moving in. I think we're going to need to try and take out his general as soon as we can. Oh, there's one of his native bowman units. His bows, of course, are going to be accurate compared to ours when they're not here. We've got this nasty hill, which means he's going to split. But we're the defender, so he is technically moving to us, which is rather nice. Just make sure we move our line up more to engage him more easily here. And we'll position these more like that. And oh dear. Bring these more in the center. Run them in. Go ahead and run our cavalry around. Looks like his force is concentrated here. Evidently we can tell that. We're going to need to close with him. Yeah, let's close in on them. Yeah, that's a pretty big force right there. Then we'll use you, close in on you, and use you two to go in on them. Keep our actual chief over here. Let's get our warriors down here, actually. Keep these as a reserve here. It's good they're starting to waver. And we got them on the run here already. Very well, in fact. We're going to try and take out as much as we can. No idea what he's attempting to do there. Let's try and do this. There we go. These units can now focus on them. They're shattered, they are not returning. Let's go ahead and move these up to meet with them. No idea what's happening here. We're going to go ahead and swing our cavalry down this way. Let's try and have our general run down them. I mean, they're shattered, but... Where are you going with this? Okay, I really need the cavalry over here in the center. Pushing on these. Pushing on these. Where are you going with these native bowmen, Froggy? You gonna try and take us in the rear? That's nice. Let's just have everybody charge you here, including our cavalry. Oh, are you finally now coming to join us? Okay. Brilliant. Where's our chief here? Why are you doing this? You should be doing that. I'm not sure what's happening anymore. Everything's just a massive clusterfuck. Do move up. Oh, look at the casualties. Mass casualties. As you can tell, obviously I got some bigger unit sizes. I changed that in the preferences script for Empire. Let's pull out of that. Let's go ahead and engage his general's bodyguard. That's all he has left. Amazingly, that he has that. Oh, those units actually lost a lot of men. Wow, I'm surprised. Well, mass rout of the French colonial forces, it does appear. Let's go ahead and end the battle here. A heroic victory indeed. Off to the map. Well, ho ho ho. He only has 387 remaining, and we only lost 379 in that fight. So numbers were pretty good. Numbers were very good on our side there. We did very well in terms of casualties inflicted upon them and what we received ourselves. Well, there we go. We captured the town. As simple as that. And there we go. We've gotten some traits gained. Region captured Acadia. Look at that. We've captured Eastern Canada. Splendid. We're gonna torch the magistrate, build up the basic roads, and rebuild our army there. What I'm gonna do next is I'm going to build up some more native lancers and more native warriors in Quebec. We're going to send them to the port and then ship them down here. We gained the fishing port now. We're going to go ahead and pop our boat in there. And what we're going to do with this is those 3 units are going to reinforce our army that just took Acadia here. Let's pop our garrison troops in. Very good. We're going to move these over to the port here at Louisbourg. And then we're going to use this to capture Plaisance, Newfoundland there. Right, so that went very well. I'm very pleased with the outcome of that siege battle. And it looks like we're finally going to have a full stack down here now. Let's see. Yeah. We got 3 coming. Look at that, 3 needed. And then 3 will have a full stack army and we can march on Louisiana and evict the French. Wow, 13 colonies really building up there. We'll deal with the 13 colonies after we deal with Louisiana and all that. I don't mind if the 13 colonies get up substantial forces by that point, because more than likely they're going to end up being taken by Britain regardlessly as they do that flop. And then we'll just have to fight Britain either way, so by that point we will have our western flank secured. We're going to seek an alliance, if I can speak, with the Cherokee nations. Of course, we'll have Florida by that point. Then we'll send some expeditionary tribal forces into the Caribbean there. Let us go ahead and end the turn then. Oh yeah, we do. We need to build up our stuff here. See, I don't think we need to build up any little buildings. We literally fly around the country here. No, we can go ahead and do our towns. What was that I built there? Warrior Lodge. Get a High Chief's Lodge in Montreal. Right now, the High Chief's Lodge is more important. There we go. Go ahead and end the turn here and we'll pick up our reinforcements. Right, welcome back to the next turn here. We had our recruitment of warriors in New France. Terrific, and these are going to join the invasion army at Louisbourg. Let's go ahead and slip you in there. Very good. You are still replenishing. Yes, that's a very good idea. Let's go ahead and get these units switched out into the army there. And then just wait for those to replenish and then go ahead and take Newfoundland. Let's bring one of our ships over to do a recce. Okay, so they got substantial forces. Hessian infantry. Pretty great melee defense, apparently. That's pretty much all they've been able to recruit in terms of units. And of course they're going to get their garrison troops. If it's a mortar, I might just scream. Council of Elders, of course. And we actually had the time for the episode, so we're going to have to end it off here. And next time round, we will be able to come into part 3 with, hopefully, the relatively swift capture of Newfoundland. And if we take a peek down in our southwest here, we have our forces all ready to link up, except for this one warrior. It's going to take one more turn, but... And then we can march on Fort de Chartres down there in Louisiana. Alright, thanks for watching part 2 of our Iroquois Confederacy campaign with DarthMod for Empire Total War. And, tally-ho!